Lord have mercy. I'm not even gonna get upset. I'm not gonna get upset. I'm gonna keep it positive. Can you hear me? Let me know. Let me know if you can hear me, Mr. Fire. Cause I see the signals and stuff going up. I see my audio signals moving. So like I hope you can hear me. Let a sister know. So for the first 20 minutes of my live, you're not going to be able to hear it. Isn't that great? So basically, just to kind of recap what I was just talking about, I was talking about Insecure season 5, my reaction to the news that the 5th season will be the final season. Not happy about it. Don't think it was the right move. I really, really, really think production and Issa and the whole staff, the whole team, I really think they should have went to 6 seasons. I think 6 would have been perfect. I think 2 more seasons would have been able to address all of the storylines that we are all into, including, of course, Molly and Issa's friendship. Where is that going? We have Lawrence and Condominium. I'm just playing. I'm cut. Crayola. Oh. Canola. Oh. I'm sorry. Condola. We have Lawrence and Condola and the baby in tow. We have that storyline. We got Kelly. You know, she always up to something, trying to bone somebody, some rich white guy. We got Tiffany, and you know the postpartum depression she was going through, and her being a new mom. You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't know, man. I just feel like it would have been nice to get 6 seasons. I know that Issa mentioned in an interview that from the very beginning, this was the plan. That it was always going to end in 5 seasons. Nobody knew. So they're just, you know, announcing it, letting everybody know what to expect. All I want to say about this is you are pulling the rug out from all of us. I think I speak for everyone when I say, how dare you? We were rooting for you. We all were rooting for you. You know, very disappointing. Great shows end in more than 5 seasons. Sex and the City ended in 6 seasons. Okay. Fresh Prince ended in 6 seasons. Scandal ended in 7 seasons. I'm just saying. Girlfriends ended in 8 seasons. These are iconic shows. These are shows that moved the culture forward, that changed society, that changed relationships and the way we think about things, the way we approach things, fashion, marriages, the workplace, everything. All of these shows, friendships, I mean, family dynamics, siblings, I mean, everything you can think of. These are shows that needed time because they're so great. You can't rush it off of air. You know what I mean? Great shows deserve to get to sit in peace, get to marinate, get to oversee everything, and have their time. Get to sit on their soapbox. That's what great shows deserve. And the only show I can think of offhand that ended in 5 seasons was Martin. And that's because there was a lot of allegations going on off camera between the 2 lead actors. And, you know, it's unfortunate, as I think the show would have went to like 8 seasons if nothing bad, if nothing dramatic was going on behind the scenes. But that's the only show. All the other great black shows and great friendship, women-driven shows have ended in more than 5 seasons. So I feel like Insecure should have joined that that group, that category. So yeah, let me just make sure. I'm just going to check my phone, make sure that I can hear. Make sure the live is so yeah. Let me just make sure. I'm just going to all right. My phone, make sure good, that good. I can hear. Make sure the live is so yeah. Let me just make sure. So yeah, so those are my thoughts on it. I'm very upset. I feel like the fans deserve better. I think even though Issa would have preferred it to end in 5 seasons, I think she should have done it for the fans. And I understand the artistic integrity. I understand the heart of the show and the story arc, and that there is a beginning, middle, and end, and everything has been mapped out from day one. I understand all of that, but all I'm saying is that you could have stretched it out. I mean, the episodes are already like 2 seconds long. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of content that's left, and I feel like you could have made it fit 10, 30-minute episodes. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially because we want to see more Kelly. I know that was a big comment from a lot of people. Want to see more Kelly, want to hear her storyline and her upbringing, kind of what she's been through, where she came from. Same for all the other characters. We love them all. Lawrence, Molly. So hopefully this is what I want. The fact that you're taking away the potential for there to be a 6th season. What I need in replacement of that is 1-hour episodes, and I need more than 10 episodes for the season. Y'all can make that happen. I believe in you. I believe in you. I know you can make it happen. Because this little 30-minute, nah, bruh. That ain't cutting it. You got to give us more. This is the last season. Go out with a bang and try to please your fans. Because otherwise, you already know. You already know what's going to happen. People have been complaining since the first season. Oh my gosh, why is it 30 minutes? Like, can't they just make it an hour? Like, oh my gosh, like, oh my god, the episode's over already? Like, it just started. Like, I just started getting into, like, y'all already know. So just go ahead and give the fans what they want in a certain capacity, and we're good. I think that's a fair trade-off. Make it happen. Moving on to the next topic, B. Simone. Manifesting Love Challenge. B. Simone was, kind of caught under the fire for Manifest Love Challenge, a video that she did earlier, I think last week, basically where she was just talking about the things that as women, what we look for in a relationship, what we look for in a man, the requirements, our lists that we put together. And that we put a lot of care and thought and emphasis into. It's great to have these lists. However, whatever is on said lists, we should already be possessing those things or working towards it or having something that can be compatible with the things that we are looking for in, a man. And that's basically the gist of what she was saying in the video. And she got a lot of backlash. I'm not really sure why. I don't know if it's because people are kind of tired of hearing from her based on some recent things, some recent issues that have come up with things that she said about Danny Lave, basically praising her for being a light-skinned woman. And that's why she was able to snag the baby and she's been trying to get with the baby for a long time. She was trying. She was trying hard. and she had to concede, and she said it was because of her skin color, because she's Latina, and Latinas, have that upper hand. They got, the curly hair, the spicy, real sexy and all that stuff. And that is why, the baby chose her. So people were really dragging her for that, as they should, because I don't know what made her think to say that. I know it's supposed to be funny and all gut wrenching and all that, but it's like, come on, your insecurity is showing. I don't want to say self-hate. I'm not gonna go that far to say that. B. Simone is not a dark-skinned woman herself, but obviously she's several shades darker than Danny Lay, and for her to even have that mentality, obviously it's unfortunate to see that, but then also the drama with her book and how the whole thing was plagiarized. So I don't know if it's past run-ins with the media and past things that have come out that make people like, I don't want to hear from this chick. Like, please go to bed. Like, I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't keep up with stuff as much as I used to. But I like her. I like B. Simone overall. I think she's really funny. I think she be saying some real stuff. I wish I knew how to share my screen, so that I can show you the video. I mean, I guess I'm going to just play it. Let me see. Let me see here. If I can figure something out. Okay. So okay, so I'm gonna play some of the video here. All right. So, all right, so this is B. Simone's video on Instagram that she posted on Valentine's Day, on Sunday actually, talking about how to manifest love. So let's hear what she has to say.
We got all these things we want in a man. A list of things. He got to be tall. He got to be dark. He got to be handsome. He got to have pretty teeth. He got to be a family man. He got to be financially stable. He got to be rich. He got to be successful. He got to be all these things. And we ain't even have the things on that list. He got to be a family man. Bitch, you ain't talked to your mama in 6 months, but you want him to be a family man. He got to be financially stable. Your account is in the negative, ma'am. Overdraft fees. He got to have a job. You need to go fill out some applications because you're still unemployed. He got to have pretty teeth. You ain't seen a dentist in 6 years. He got to have a six-pack and be in shape. You can't even walk up a flight of stairs without huffing and puffing. Get your life together. This whole list that he got to be. You ain't even half the things on that list. So this is what I challenge you to do. So we can manifest love all 2021. Make that list of that perfect dream man that you got in your mind. Then, what I did, make a list of the type of woman he would need right by his side. You want him to be in shape? You need to get to the gym. Equally yoked, bitch. You want him to be financially stable? Well, you need to start saving. Because you can't keep a dime to your name. Huh? You want him to be a family man? Call your mama. You become a family woman. Heal your traumas before you put all this shit on him. You want him to be patient. Bitch, your patience is thin. You want him to be understanding. You the least understanding person in your circle of friends. But he gotta be understanding. Fix you. Fix you. Whatever you want, become that. Fuck. He gotta be in shape, bitch. You eat chips every day. You heal. become the person we want to attract. How about that? Huh? That's the challenge. These birds.
So, yeah. So, what she was talking about there was being able to create a list, um, putting all the things that you want your dream man to have. So this is obviously for single women that's looking to date. And from there, she was saying, hey, you know what I mean? Like, if you want a dude that's buff, got a six pack, that works out, that's into fitness, you need to get your ass to the gym. You know what I mean? You want a man that know how to cook, you need to know how to make a dish or two as well. You can't just put that all on the guy. So don't be the only one cooking. She's saying equally yoked. That's the main point that she's trying to make. And I agree with her. I mean, I thought I was cracking up, to some of the lines that she was saying. And I think it's true. I think it's good for women to be 50-50 in a relationship. That's kind of the mindset that I have. And I think it works out very well because, when you have that mentality of, okay, I'm looking for a great guy because my list is impeccable. So that's going to force you to be the best version of yourself. Because you're going to feel funny, like, you know what I mean? Coming to the table, this guy got, a whole seafood boil set up, and you just came with, I don't know, the Red Lobster biscuits. It's like, well, I like the biscuits. The biscuits is really good, but do you see this whole seafood boil I got going on? Like corn, crabs, lobster tail. This ain't cheap. You bringing the Red Lobster, and I'm talking about the one that you buy in the store. The mix that's in a box. It's not like it's ready to go. You gotta mix it with water or whatever, and put it in the oven and bake it. You bring one little box of these Cheddar Bay biscuits. You're like, oh, seafood. Like, hey, it's seafood night, Red Lobster. It's cute little idea. He's coming with the bibs, the gloves, the whole seafood boil for two whole seafood boils, one for you, one for him, and you bringing this little box of Cheddar Bay biscuits, and it still gotta go in the oven, so you gotta wait. And it's not gonna taste as good as the one in Red Lobster. It's like, come on now, you gotta. So it's either he's going all out because he's hosting dinner night, it was his idea, or he wanted to do everything. But maybe the next time around, when you decide, hey, I'm going to cook this time, you go all out. So it has to be 50-50, and there's many ways to make things 50-50. It doesn't always have to be, at the same time, you're doing this, I'm doing it too. Right at the same time, we're in sync. And 3, 2, 1, go right now. It doesn't have to be like that, but it should be a constant revolving door of, hey, I got this. Can you get that? And I mean, and I know every person is not going to agree with that. Not every person is going to like that. Some people are very traditional in the sense that guys certain tasks and responsibilities should be left to the guy and the guy only. And certain things a woman should do. I mean, some people are still very traditional in that sense. But what B. Simone is talking about is definitely a 50-50 team. We on the same team, teammate type of situation. And I think that's something a lot of women, millennials in particular, that can get with that can get behind that idea, and start to have that mindset. And I think it's very fair, it's very realistic, because it is kind of it is kind of unrealistic to have all these great, amazing, setting the bar up here expectations, and you slacking in like all the areas, like all of them. Like you got to get your shit together. Like you're behind. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's like none of us are perfect. A lot of us have work to do. We have to continue to work on ourselves. And that goes for when you get into the relationship as well. There's a whole, the work just never stops. You know what I mean? You kind of learn that, I got this to work on. I didn't even know this was here. You know what I mean? So I think going into the relationship, it's almost like saying, hey, we're going to go for premarital counseling before we get married. It's like that, putting the extra work into the preparation. So you, like she's saying, get your notebook, write things down. You know what I mean? Write down every point that you put that you want your man to have, or something that's very important to you. Put next to it or under it how you are going to match that, how you are going to complement that. How does your situation look like when it comes to that thing on your end of the table? And it's just saying, hey, pay attention to this. Don't just focus on, oh man, my man got to be this and that. He got to do this. He got to make this much money. He needs to be this tall. I don't want no kids and this and that. And if you're going to do all that, make sure that you are reflecting and you are looking inward at your own life, at your own flaws, at your own situation, your own upbringing, etc., etc. And I think that's what B. Simone was trying to hone in on. And yeah, I agree. I mean, some people say great message, wrong messenger. Some people would say that because they just don't want to hear from B. Simone. I say lighten up on her. She's made some mistakes publicly. She's had some missteps, but I think she's trying her best to learn from that, to bounce back, to just continue to work on herself and to add to her testimony. And, I respect that. And it takes a strong woman to kind of go through some of the embarrassment that she's been through and to kind of flip it and find ways to make it work and to grow from those situations that she found herself in. So I thought it was a funny video. What do y'all think? Let me know what you think if you check this out on the replay. Let me know what you think about B. Simone in general, about her video, about manifesting love in 2021. Are you looking for love? Are you in love? Are you falling out of love? Like, what's going on? Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think about her approach to manifesting love and to finding the one. Let me see this video here. I don't think this is how I had it before. I don't know why. See, I don't want to keep messing with stuff and so yeah, so that's my thoughts on B. Simone. And moving right along, last topic I'm gonna go over. I don't want to spend too much time on this. I gotta get off of here actually. So I'm gonna make this quick. Gorilla Glue Girl, Tessica Thompson. I forgot her last name. Oh, Tessica. I have to say that I do think she's clout chasing. I do think that she knows better. I think she is a woman that knows hair quite a bit. She gets her hair done. She knows how to take care of her hair. Probably has tried different products, and I mean, I'm sure just based on seeing her pictures like on her Instagram and stuff from before this whole thing started, so, and then with just how everything played out, as I've been kind of just following, sitting back quietly, looking, kind of seeing, okay, oh, okay, so she started a GoFundMe page. Okay, interesting. Huh. She made videos on TikTok, talking about that's how the whole thing started, and she's, very emotional, very distraught, and I don't want to um downplay how she was feeling or say, oh, it was all an act and she wasn't really scared or worried or upset or crying about this glue being stuck on her head. I think all of those feelings were very real, but I think she intentionally did that to just. I don't think it ended the way she thought it would. I think she thought she was going to be able to wash it out really easily. I think she just, I don't know. I think she wanted to be able to maybe go on TikTok and show, spray my hair down like with this glue, like let's see what happens. And I think she thought she was gonna be able to wash it out, no issue, and it went wrong. I don't think she thought it was gonna be that hard to get the shit out of her head. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think. I think that was definitely like a surprise element in her whole plan to go viral. I think she wanted to go viral, but she went viral for a different reason than she anticipated. That's what I think. I think she thought it would be hilarious and people would be like, what? She put freaking, like arts and crafts glue in her hair? Like, what's wrong with this lady? She crazy. Oh my gosh, I gotta see where this train wreck is gonna end, So I think that, she was like, oh, what can I do that's just out the box? Nobody's ever done it before. What can go viral? And then the shit didn't come out her hair. And I think that's when she filmed that video. Like, okay, like, wait a minute. Like, it's really not coming out of my hair. Like, so, I don't know. I think that once that happened, she just took it and ran with it, because you start the GoFundMe page, really citing that it's a medical issue. Like, this is not a medical issue. This is a stupidity issue. This is a viral video idea gone wrong issue. And you shouldn't be soliciting money from people for your silly mistake. And she raised like over $9,000. Like, what? Like, that's crazy. Like, and then, you know what I mean? She wants to attempt to sue the company because of all the pain and suffering that she's gone through, because she wasn't able to get it out of her hair. And I don't know if she tried to insinuate that the directions were not very clear on where you can and cannot use the glue. But I think on the bottle it says, like, please do not use on skin or something like that. This is to be used for wood and paper and, you know what I mean? Like, the shit that you assume it would be used for. Not for your damn hair. Maybe on a damn wig you can play around and do something stupid like that, but not on your real natural hair. Like, what is wrong? Like, what is wrong? You want to go viral that bad? There has to be another way, because this just ain't it. It's not. So she tries to sue. They weren't having it. They put out a video, an instructional video. This is what you use it for. Step 1 through 5. This is how you spray and how it bonds. And, thank you for supporting us. And they issued an apology on Twitter, which was very, I think, generous of them, because they literally could have just ignored the whole thing and just waited for it to blow over. Yeah, of course people will be responding, oh my god, you're not going to respond at Gorilla Glue. Do you see what's happening at Gorilla Glue? Why aren't you responding? And honestly, they could have chose to just kept quiet until the whole thing dies down. But they responded, they apologized for her experience. They in no way did not take responsibility because it's not their fault. So she tried to sue them to get money. She put a GoFundMe to raise money because it's a medical issue. And then the icing on the cake is being able to get flued out to Beverly Hills to have a very, very brilliant doctor basically perform a whole elaborate procedure. This is a procedure that typically costs $12,500. And he's a Nigerian doctor, by the way. Shout out to him. This procedure costs $12,500. She got it done for the free. Okay, probably got flued out. I'm sure they paid for that too. TMZ was there from the very beginning. And it took 4 hours to get this glue out of her hair. They were filming the whole time. It's been covered on local news channels. I'm sure the Shade Room has been updating it little by little. Obviously it was on TMZ. So all of these stepping stones, all of these milestones that Miss Tessica has achieved since this all has started leads me to believe that this was all about money and popularity, fame, celebrity status. Her followers have gone up like over 500,000 followers on Instagram. You think she's sitting around like, oh my gosh, like what is happening? My followers are going up. Like people are donating to a website that I put together. I just put it together. I didn't think anything of it. No. We on to you, sis. We on to you. We know you trying to get some money. And I don't even think it's really about the money. Because, hey, $9,000, I mean, it's something. It is something. But it's not like millions of dollars. I think it was the fame. I think she's looking to spin this into something else. I don't know what her next venture is going to be. But she definitely did this with hopes of, if this gets me somewhere, I know where I'm going next with it. So I'm going to keep my eye on Miss Tessica. I'm not even going to call her Gorilla Glue Girl because that's the name she gave herself. I'm pretty sure she started calling herself that. I don't know, maybe once they started writing, articles about it, they just tagged her as that. But I see on the GoFundMe, it's like she titled it Gorilla Glue Girl. Like, so I think she's trying to like have a whole persona using a company's name that is not trying to have no parts of this. And I'm just like, wow, like the things people would do for some money and 15 minutes of fame is astounding. So listen, I have to say, is she clout chasing? No, because the specific definition for clout chasing is, to me, is when you are trying to get famous or popular on the coattails of someone else. Like, trying to latch on to someone else, trying to drag somebody else's name through the mud, using, having somebody's name in your mouth in interviews or on Instagram or on Twitter, hashtagging or adding somebody. You're trying to associate yourself to somebody because they have fame, they have status, and you are trying to get that to rub off on you. That's what I know clout chasing to be. So, I mean, Tessica, yeah, I guess you could say she's clout chasing off of Gorilla Glue, the company. But I mean, I think it's just more so her just being thirsty for attention. I wouldn't call it clout chasing, but is it being thirsty for attention? Is it she's trying to get famous somehow? Yeah, I would definitely say that. Gorilla Glue Company, they did their part. They said their 2 cents, and they gladly and graciously walked away from the situation. And as they should. Like, they shouldn't even be keeping tabs on this. Just look to move forward, because she is going to continue to squeeze all the juice out of that lemon as much as she can, and you're just going to have to let her do her thing. And it's going to die down eventually, like everything else does. But it's funny. I mean, I'm glad that she got the glue out of her hair. And if you go on TMZ, if you Google it, you'll see kind of like what the doctor, it was like a mixture of like some sort of oil, I want to say, acetone, a little bit of acetone, some sort of conditioner. I forgot, it was like four ingredients that he mixed together, and it's like, oh, it has to be the perfect amount of this and that, and just a touch of this, and that's what got the glue out of her hair. So we're gonna see what Miss Tessica, what she gonna be up to next. Because this isn't gonna be it. She has all these followers now. She's probably gonna do some follow-up interviews about her experience, at the doctor's office, and what she was feeling in that moment, and what was going through her mind for the last few weeks when this glue was in her head. Was she gonna go bald? Was her hair not gonna grow back? I'm sure she's gonna play it up and try to get some interviews out of this. Probably start a YouTube channel if she doesn't already have one. Listen, hey, I mean, however you try to get the coin, I'm not here to, stop anybody from thinking of a creative way to, basically draw attention to themselves, draw money. But is it tacky? Oh, yes. Absolutely. It was definitely tacky. And it was just like, you literally risked your hair. Your God-given hair, your natural born hair, for 15 minutes of fame. That's a big risk. And I don't think it's a risk she should have taken, but it all worked out, right? $12,500 later, a free flight to Beverly Hills, one flight later, $12,000 later, it all worked out for her. But that's just crazy. And all the sympathy she's getting, and people like, oh my gosh, like, let's care about this, and let's it's just, people be doing some crazy stuff on the internet. Like, I'm not involved in stuff like that. Like, I just don't have the time and energy right now to even but the things people be doing, like on TikTok and stuff, it's just like bananas. Like, OMG. But that's all I gotta say for today. I want to do more of these lives. I really do. I really hope, I can start to build some sort of consistency. I thank you for your support. Whoever ends up watching the replay, I thank you to I believe my one viewer, Mr. Fire. Thank you for telling me that you couldn't hear me, because I literally would have done this whole live with no sound. And I probably would have wanted to scream to the heavens hops and smash some windows or something outside. So I'm really glad that you let me know. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. Even if you only tuned in for a few minutes, just let me know that. I appreciate you. Shout out to everybody that's going to watch the replay. This is the pop-up live stream on Lady Sola TV. Not here to solicit or beg for subscriptions, but hey, if you are feeling generous, if you are feeling in a giving mood, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. There will be more content to come in 2021. My aim is to have new videos every month. So more, live streams like this, of course, reviews to some shows. I'm not sure how I'm going to approach that. I might just choose to review a show in a season, kind of do a whole, one episode, one video, one live on a season. For example, Basketball Wives. I don't think I have it in me to review episode after episode. I don't think that's my thing. I'm going to leave that to some other YouTubers that are really good at doing that. But I think I can do kind of a whole recap of from start to finish, kind of pick out things that stood out to me throughout a season, and just talk about the thematic elements in the show, and individuals and their personalities and stuff like that. So hopefully when Insecure comes back, I'll maybe be committed to reviewing that episode by episode. Because obviously it's the last season. I love that show. I'm a huge fan of Issa, so that might be one show that I really buckle down and review. But there's another series that I'm gonna be working on called Dissecting. So that would be like a voiceover type of series. But when it drops, you'll see it. I don't want to say too much about it, but I have that in the works. Study that scripture. I plan to bring that back this year. So for all my faith chasers out there, I had a lot of support when I was doing that. So I definitely want to kind of get that jump started again. So yeah, I'm out here. I'm trying to figure it out. It's been a journey, but I'm grateful to be alive and well and healthy. And I hope everyone is doing good out there. I hope everyone's families are doing good. Just continue to be mindful wherever you go. Wear your mask. Obviously, keep the social distance. Be appropriate about it. You know what I mean? If you are not feeling well, you're starting to feel some sort of way, like, oh, my throat, I'm coughing here and there, you probably should kind of just stay to yourself until you figure out how you're feeling. Just, you know what I mean? Try to, just be mindful. It's crazy out here, but we're going to get through it. Just continue to take it one day at a time. That's it, y'all. Been on here for over an hour. You couldn't hear the first 20 minutes, so I apologize. Please fast forward. Fast forward. I'm gonna see if I can maybe edit that out or something. But I appreciate if you check this out. Pop-up live stream. Subscribe to the channel. Like this video, and I will see you very soon. Very soon. You all have a